Why do people fall in love with you? Is it your appearance, your charm, your smart talk, or your things? No, not truly. Those can grab attention. They can start a quick interest, but they can't keep love going. Yet, people spend years improving their outside, getting new outfits, creating new looks, going after new successes, thinking this makes them worth loving. But here's the mystery. All that stuff fades, looks change, charm gets old, things break, and still love lasts. Or it doesn't. So what's the real reason someone falls in love with you? Most folks don't know. They mix up attraction with love. Attraction is fast, bright, thrilling. It burns like a match. But love isn't a match. It's a fire. And keeping a fire going needs more than a spark. People think love means finding someone who completes them, who fills their empty spots, who makes them whole. But that's not love. That's needing someone. It's not about being completed, but about being reminded. Love is seeing something familiar, not a deal. And when it's real, it comes not from looks or money, but from something much deeper. Think of the wrong ideas about love. Some say it's beauty, yet beauty fades or becomes normal after a while. Some say it's money, but if money was enough, the richest would never split up. Some say it's charm, humor, or strength. But those who only go after these find that liking someone isn't the same as loving them. No, these are just outfits. They might catch the eye, but they don't grab the heart. If love lasts, it must be for something past these weak fakes. Have you seen how fast crush feelings die? You meet someone, you're amazed by their outside, how they talk, how they move, how they look. For a bit, you think this is love. But months go by and the glow fades. The same looks, the same charm. It doesn't feel enough anymore. Why? Because the outfit can't feed the soul. Crush feelings die when they find no depth under the cover. So relationships built only on looks fall apart, while ones based on something deeper get stronger over time. This leads to the question, what is that deeper thing? There are really only two reasons someone truly falls in love with you. Not 10, not 100, just two. But before I tell them, I want you to see why this matters. If you know these two, you'll stop wasting effort on covers. You'll stop tiring yourself trying to seem great. You'll learn that drawing real love isn't by changing into someone else, but by being more yourself. The reasons are simple, but not shallow. And once you get them, you'll never view love the same. Let's start with the first. People fall in love with you when you wake up life inside them. Think about it. So many people are half asleep. They follow their daily habits. They pull through days heavy with tasks, worries, rules. Then someone shows up and around them the world seems brighter. They laugh more. They get curious again. They feel chances again. This isn't because that person gave them life, but because they reminded them of it. To fall in love is, at its heart, to feel alive. And when you show that liveliness, others can't help but be pulled to it. This liveliness doesn't mean always excited or wild risks. It means being there fully. When you're really in the moment, fully into it, you give off an energy that wakes others. A kid playing has this. A musician deep in a song has it. A lover laughing freely has it. When you have this, you draw people in. Not because you're acting, but because you're alive. And being alive spreads. That's the first reason. People fall in love with you because you make them feel more alive than before they met you. But liveliness alone can't keep love. A fire too hot burns out fast. This is why many relationships on passion only fail. The spark was real, but it died. This brings us to the second reason, the deeper one. People fall in love with you when they feel at home with you, when they can put down the heavy guard they carry everywhere, when they don't have to impress, act, or watch out. Around you, they can just be. This is uncommon. Most people are always pretending, always shielding, but with you, they relax. To feel at home is the rarest gift. Think of it. A spot where you're not judged, not sized up, not matched against others, where your mistakes don't make you unworthy and your hurts don't push you away. When someone feels this with you, they fall in love, not with a fake, but with the freedom you give. You're not just a person anymore. They see you as a safe place. And what bigger love is there than finding rest in another? This is the second reason people fall in love, because with you they feel home. Now see the wonder of this. One reason is fire, liveliness. The other is shelter, home. Each alone is missing something. Liveliness without home burns out, tiring in passion. Home without liveliness gets boring, turning into ease without spark. But together they make the balance of true love, alive yet safe, excited yet steady. Around you, another feels both woken up and calm. That's why they stay. That's why they come back. That's why they love. Not for your looks, your money, your smarts, but because you remind them of life and give them rest. But here's the hard part. Most of us mix up the two reasons. We think if we're fun enough, others will stay always. Or if we're cozy enough, we'll never be left. But love isn't kept by one side only. Passion alone is like a storm, exciting but harmful. Safety alone is like quiet water, peaceful but still. Love needs the mix of fire and home, waking and rest. And when you have both, people fall in love with you, not as a getaway, but as a return to something deeply human. Now, see how love fakes try to copy these two reasons. Beauty tries to copy liveliness. Money tries to copy home. But both fail. Beauty may thrill, but without depth, the fire dies. Money may give shelter, but without warmth, it feels like a cage. Real liveliness isn't in looks, but in being there. Real home isn't in things, but in accepting. Do you get it? The world sells us copies, but love isn't bought or set up. It's lived, and only those who dare to be fully alive and truly accepting show it. Think of when you fell in love. Was it because someone had a certain coat or car? No, it was how they laughed freely, how you could sit quiet without awkwardness, how you lost track of time with them. That's liveliness, that's home. And often we don't know why we're pulled until later. We say, I don't know what it is, but I feel good near them. That's the key. Liveliness and home. Let's look more at liveliness. To wake it in others, you must wake it in yourself first. You can't spark energy if you're numb to life. This doesn't mean always happy. It means open, ready to laugh, cry, dance, trip, risk. Liveliness spreads because it's real. When you live without always fixing yourself, you let others do the same. And they fall not for your show, but for the life in you. You remind them of something forgotten. Being alive is enough. Now, home. To make home for others, you must feel at home in yourself first. If you hate your own flaws, you'll hate them in others. If you're always hard on yourself, you'll be on them too. But when you accept your own mess, fears, hurts, flaws, you make space for others to relax in theirs. That's why the most lovable people aren't perfect, but real. They don't want covers because they don't have one. Their being says, here you're safe. So the two reasons people fall in love with you aren't tricks to do. They're not skills to learn. They're signs of how you relate to life. If you're alive in yourself, you wake others. If you're at home in yourself, you shelter others. That's the magic, and it can't be faked long. You can't act alive while empty inside. You can't act safe while hard on yourself. The work starts inside, and when you have it, love flows out easy. A young man asked his teacher, "How do I get people to love me?" The teacher said, "Stop trying. Be fully alive and they'll come to your light. Be fully at peace with yourself and they'll rest in your shade." That's it. The young man frowned. "But what if I fail?" The teacher smiled. "Then you'll have lived. And one who has truly lived, truly accepted himself, can't be unloved, not by everyone, but by those who count." The young man got it. Look at your own relationships. The ones that ended, did they miss one of the two? Maybe fire, passion, fun, but no home, no peace. In time, tiredness came, or safety, friendship, habit, but no spark, no energy. In time, dullness came. Without both, love can't breathe. But with both, even if not perfect, you find a flow. You argue and laugh. You fall and grow. But you always return because the one you love makes you feel alive and safe. And that ties hearts past time and trouble. Don't get me wrong, this isn't about pleasing others or changing to fit them. It's about showing your own fullness. If you only chase excitement, you'll wear out. If you only chase comfort, you'll trap yourself. But when you live true, letting your fire and calm show, others will fall in love naturally. Not because you wanted their okay, but because you mirror their deepest want. Every soul wants the same, to feel alive and at home. And here's the twist. Love isn't found by hunting it. It's found by living it. People fall in love with you not when you try to wow them, but when you stop. Not when you're perfect, but real. Not when you hide hurts, but let them show. In your flaws, others see themselves. In your energy, they recall life. In your accepting, they recall peace. So they fall not for a fake, but for the truth in you. And truth, unlike fakes, can last. This is why love surprises us. We think we know what we want. This type, that trait, this look. But then we fall for someone off the list. Why? Because they give these two. They make us feel alive and safe. All else is extra. The list was mine's fake. The heart knows more. And when the heart finds home, it doesn't ask, did they check boxes? It says, yes, here. That's love. Not reason, but knowing. So if you want love, don't chase it. Chase liveliness, chase wholeness. Live full so your being wakes others. Rest deep in yourself so your nearness is home for others. This isn't a plan. It's being true. Truth can't be faked. And when you're true, alive, and at peace, people are pulled to you. They may not know why. They'll say, I feel different near you. I feel like me. And that, friend, is love's best form. See how this shifts relationships. Instead of, do they love me? Ask, do I show liveliness and home? Instead of, why don't they stay? Ask, am I alive in me? At home in me? Others can't give what you don't give yourself. So the hunt for love is the hunt for being real. Be alive in your soul. Be at peace in your skin. And love will come. Not as a win, but as knowing. Not as a show, but a meeting. The wonder is, you can't make someone love you, but you can live so that the right person sees themselves in you. They feel your fire and theirs lights. They feel your calm and theirs settles. They fall not into you, but into themselves through you. That's the wonder. Love isn't owning, but mirroring. And when you get this, you stop chasing hard. You just live at peace, and love comes when it should, as sure as day after night. So remember, people fall in love with you for just two reasons. You make them feel alive. You make them feel at home. That's it. Not looks, not money, not power, not rank. Those may dress love, but don't make it. What makes love is your nearness, fiery and calm, alive and safe. Be that and you'll never chase love. It will come over and over to those who see in you what they have sought. Liveliness, home, love's two forever parts.